Habari Gani and welcome back to Timeless Tanzania. Many first-time visitors planning a Tanzania safari notice something interesting when they start looking at photos online. Some safari vehicles appear completely enclosed with large windows and a pop-up roof. Others seem almost completely open with no windows at all. Naturally, this raises a few questions. Why are some safari vehicles open and others closed? Which one is better? And perhaps most importantly, are open safari vehicles actually safe? In this video, I would like to answer those questions, explain the different types of safari vehicles you may encounter, and share why your guide is often the most important part of the entire safari experience. Let's begin. One of the first things you'll notice when you arrive on a safari is that not all safari vehicles look the same. Some vehicles have large windows and a roof that lifts up, allowing guests to stand and enjoy a higher view of the wildlife. Others are open-sided with no glass between you and the surrounding landscape. The reason is actually quite simple. Different vehicles are designed for different purposes. If you are traveling between parks over longer distances, an enclosed vehicle often provides greater comfort. It offers protection from dust, wind, and occasional rain, making longer journeys more pleasant. Open-sided vehicles, on the other hand, are designed specifically for game viewing. Their purpose is not long-distance travel. Their purpose is to help you experience the wildlife as closely and comfortably as possible. So why do many people love open safari vehicles? The answer becomes clear the moment you experience one. Without glass between you and nature, everything feels more immediate. You hear the birds more clearly, you smell the fresh earth after rain, you feel the cool morning air as the sun rises over the savanna. And when an elephant quietly walks past, or a giraffe crosses the road ahead, the experience feels incredibly real. Many photographers also prefer open vehicles because there are no windows to shoot through and fewer obstacles between the camera and the wildlife. For many travelers, it creates a stronger connection with the landscape and the animals. But of course, this brings us to the question many people are really asking. Are open safari vehicles safe? The short answer is yes. Safari operators and guides take safety extremely seriously. One thing many people don't realize is that wild animals generally see the vehicle as a single object. They don't look at the vehicle and identify each passenger separately. As long as everyone remains seated, calm, and follows instructions, the vehicle simply becomes a part of the environment. This is why you will often see animals walking surprisingly close to safari vehicles while appearing completely relaxed. Of course, safari is still a wildlife experience. Nature is never completely predictable. But professional guides are highly trained and experienced in reading animal behavior and understanding when to move, reposition, or simply observe from a respectful distance. And this brings me to what I believe is the most important part of any safari: your guide. Most people focus on the vehicle. Experienced travelers focus on the guide. Your guide is constantly paying attention to things most guests never even notice. They are observing animal behavior, watching the surroundings, reading tracks on the road, listening to information from other guides, positioning the vehicle for the best possible viewing, and most importantly, ensuring that guests remain safe and comfortable throughout the day. Safari guiding requires knowledge, experience, patience, and excellent judgment. The best guides make everything look effortless. But behind the scenes, they are making hundreds of small decisions that contribute to your experience. A great guide doesn't simply help you find wildlife, they help you understand what you are seeing. They share stories, answer questions, explain behavior, and bring the landscape to life. In many ways, they become your window into Tanzania's natural world. Another question I often hear whether open vehicles are better than closed vehicles. The truth is, neither is better. They simply serve different purposes. An enclosed vehicle may offer a greater comfort during longer drives. An open vehicle may offer a more immersive wildlife experience during game drives. Both can provide wonderful safari experiences. And regardless of which vehicle you are in, your guide remains the most important factor. There is also something else that first-time visitors often don't expect. Safari is usually much calmer than people imagine. Many travelers arrive expecting constant action, roaring lions and dramatic wildlife encounters every few minutes. In reality, safari is often peaceful. You spend time observing, listening, watching, waiting. Sometimes the most memorable moments are not the dramatic ones. They are the quiet moments. A herd of elephants feeding at sunrise, a giraffe silhouetted against the evening sky, the sound of birds as the day begins, a lion resting beneath an acacia tree. Safari teaches you to slow down and notice things you might normally miss. And perhaps that's one reason so many people fall in love with it. Before we finish, I'd like to share one more final thought. Most first-time safari visitors spend a lot of time worrying before they arrive. Will I be safe? Will the animals come too close? Will I enjoy being in an open vehicle? But by the end of their first game drive, most people are asking a completely different question. How can I stay out here longer? Because once you are surrounded by Tanzania's extraordinary wildlife and landscapes, the vehicle quickly becomes the least interesting part of the experience. Your attention shifts to the animals, the scenery, the guide sharing stories and knowledge, and the feeling of being immersed in one of the most beautiful natural environments on earth. That's the magic of safari. I would love to hear from you. Before watching this video, did you know why some safari vehicles are open and others are closed? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay curious, travel slowly, and as we say here in Tanzania, Karibu Tanzania.